Hello there, how are you? Just fine, thank you.
How did Audrey's graduation go last night?
Oh, Howard and I enjoyed it very much. Dr. Lombard's address is very inspiring.
Oh, what did he talk about?
Well, the courage and dedication of the nursing staff during the epidemic, mostly. As a matter of fact, I suddenly remembered all sorts of things I've been trying to put out of my mind since then. The whole nightmare of the epidemic came crashing back. So...
I thought you said you enjoyed the speech, Tori.
Well, I did, except for that part.
Gee, it just seems like it was a lifetime ago.
It was one of them.
Well, good morning, all.
Hi, Rick. How are you?
Hello, Rick.
How are you all doing?
Fine so far, and how are the hectic wedding preparations going for you?
They're going very hectically. I think they've taken over the whole house. Now I know why most expectant fathers pray for boys.
Monica and I think we'd like our first to be a boy. But I think I'd like to have a daughter as well, so I can plan a big wedding for her one day.
I suppose you want a little girl, too.
Oh, well, I think one of each would be fine.
Exactly, perfect.
Listen, getting down to business. Have you heard about Cunningham's report about Mrs. Krikorian?
Yes, Story told me about it, but I'm anxious to check her out for myself.
So am I. Are you on your way to 10?
I'm going to make a quick stop with Leslie and see if she worked out some of those wedding problems.
All right, why don't you do that, and I'll go right up to 10.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll see you up there just as soon as I can. Alan?
Goodbye. Don't you think it's a little bit strange that we haven't been invited to Laura's wedding?
Oh, well, look, I mean, it's following very closely on the heels of Scotty's graduation. They probably haven't had time to send out formal invitations. Matter of fact, Rick told me Leslie was calling people yesterday.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Well, I'm going to get some coffee and take it to the office. Okay?
Okay, what does happen?
I think we need the time to tie up all the loose ends and see how we really feel about each other.
I couldn't possibly be more sure of how I feel.
Well, maybe I need the time, and I have to consider my commitment to Leslie and Laura.
Yes, I know.
Well, by September, hopefully, Laura won't have any more charges against her, and Leslie and I won't still be her legal guardians. When she pulls her life together, which I think she can, and she will, she'll probably marry Scotty.
I hope so. I really do, Rick. They love each other very much.
I know. I've been very hard. Well, as happy as I am now, I still feel that she's going to work certain things out within herself before she can ever think about getting married. Monica, I think we need this time between now and September. See how things go. And then maybe we can make a commitment between us.
Well, I've been committed to you for years. All my life, I think. That's not going to change. Rick, hold on. All of a sudden, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the months between now and September.
We need that time to put our lives in order, to be ready for each other.
Sounds so easy, just putting your lives in order. I mean, wouldn't it be nice if you just went home and you packed up all your complications and you stored them away? What are you going to say to Leslie?
Try to find something. A way to tell her that she'll understand. I don't want to hurt her any more than I already have. And I hope within 3 months I can come to you. With a clean conscience and a clean slate.
A real lifetime.
Saturday night.
3 minutes.
Very serious expression.
No, nothing. I'm just thinking about something. Why, did you see Leslie already?
No, I haven't seen her at all.
Why?
She's not in yet. I talked to Dr. Gonzalez. He said she had just called. She wants the next 2 days off. They're starting tomorrow.
What, she didn't tell you?
No, she probably decided after she left the house this morning. Molly, have you noticed how closely side by side we work lately? We've never really had a chance to talk.
Well, yes, but I don't have to talk to you to see how happy you are. That shows.
Thank you. How about you and Alan? You happy?
Sure. Sure, we're going to be moving tomorrow. Well, I mean, at least we're going to start the move.
Sounds exciting. And Laura and I were talking about you this morning.
Oh, really? What'd you say?
She was saying what a fantastic lady you are. Well, I agreed wholeheartedly.
Hi, Susan.
Peter?
Yeah, I confess I was a little surprised when I got your message requesting an appointment. It's been a long time.
Yes, well, I'll tell you right out, this is not professional in any way.
Well, since you only asked for a couple of minutes, I was sure it wasn't. Unless, of course, you're having a minor problem of your own. Good. Sit down.
Thank you. I'll get right to the point. That's Detective Joe Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
He's been asking me a lot of questions on several occasions about my relationship with you and Diana. Finally, he came right out and asked me about the arguments that I had with Diana that time.
Really?
Yes, and when I asked him wild questions, he told me about the anonymous phone calls that Diana's been getting. Peter, I'm really sorry to hear about that, but I want you both to know I had nothing to do with those calls.
I know you didn't, Susan, but Kelly has to check out every lead, no matter how obscure or far-fetched it may seem. I mean, it's his job, and that's what he gets paid to do.
Well, I may be a lot of things, but I'm not a coward. And in my opinion, people who call others on the telephone and torment them that way, well, I think they're the worst kinds of cowards.
No, I couldn't agree more, but this has had a very bad effect on Diana. That's why we hired a detective.
I'm glad you did. I like Joe Kelly. He seems to know his business. I hope he can help you.
Oh, so do we. Thank you.
I heard his trip to Canada the other day was another dead end. I was so sorry to hear for Jeff's sake.
Yes, I was too. And I had to break the news to Heather because Jeff couldn't locate her when he tried to call her from Canada.
Really? Where was she?
Well, I don't know, running some kind of an errand. She'd taken PJ over to her mother at the Weber house.
Oh. Well, anyway, I like to be upfront about things, and this was beginning to bother me, so I hope you believe me.
Hey, I do.
Thank you. I'll let you get back to work now.
All right.
So long, Peter.
Bye.
Scotty, look at this. Isn't this beautiful?
Well, it should be for what that cost.
Well, I didn't mean for us. It's all wrong for us. I just love to look at beautiful things. And I adore antiques. This whole shop is like a little miniature museum, don't you think?
Yes, I do. I think it's very nice. But should we really be browsing around like this? I mean, there's my graduation tonight, and our wedding is coming up right on top of that. I mean, there's something that we should be doing.
Well, we have to have a little time to relax, and I promise we aren't going to stay much longer. I just want to look a little bit more.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Harold Pincus, the owner. May I help you?
No, thank you. We're just looking right now, if that's all right, Mr. Pink.
Absolutely. You just make yourself at home.
A friend of mine was in here yesterday, Claudia Johnson, and she told me what a beautiful little shop that you have and that really should come by and look at it.
Yes. I know Claudia's mother very well. She has excellent taste. Well, I'll be back there at my desk if you need any help, so just browse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
I get it now, Laura.
Get what?
This is the place that Claudia was talking about earlier. This is why we just happened to end up on Jarvis Street on the way to the hospital.
Okay, I confess. I was dying to see that love seat. I mean, antique wicker is so hard to find, Scotty. And just look at it. It's gorgeous. Isn't it beautiful?
Well, seems kind of small to make love on it.
That's not what I had in mind for it.
Oh, yeah?
No. It would be just perfect in the living room with the special grouping that I have in mind.
There's no price tag on it. That means it must be really expensive.
Well, let's find out.
No, don't do that. You don't think that we're interested. We're not.
Oh,
Yes?
I wanted to ask.
Oh.
Hi. We were just wondering, how much is this adorable little love seat?
The wicker, $250. That's a real bargain. You know, it's very hard to find wicker like that these days, and that's in mint condition.
Oh, thank you.
Won't be around here long. Summer season in full swing.
No, I'm sure it won't. Thank you. Can we put a small deposit on it and ask him to hold it for us?
Oh, are you crazy?
Why?
I just finished paying for the rings and the presents for the ushers, and now you want to spend $250 on something that you can't even sit on? I thought that we were going to decorate the whole apartment for under $250.
Okay, let's go.
Wait, listen. When my salary goes up, I promise you I'll get you one. You know, even if it isn't practical, I'll buy you one just like it.
The trouble is, Scotty, it's one of a kind, and things like that don't come along very often.
Even though we're just going to have to wait, really, okay? But I'll find you one. I'll find you one that looks just like it.
Well, what if my parents agree to buy this one now, and then we could pay them
Laura,
back?
wait. Now, I thought we weren't going to do that, remember?
I know.
I mean, it really isn't fair. Your parents are really doing enough for us now with the wedding and paying part of the honeymoon.
Yes, I realize that. I'm very grateful for them for what they're doing for us.
Hey, come on now. Don't you want your independence?
Of course I do. You're right. And I'm sorry I'm acting like a spoiled brat again. I realize I can't have everything I want the minute I want it. It's good for my character to be denied things for a while.
I wouldn't deny you anything in the world if I didn't have to.
I know. You forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive you for.
I thought you might like to have our card. I wrote the tag number, the love seat on the back, just in case you wanted to call in and inquire about it.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
It's a lovely piece.
Yes. Maybe
I know. It's just up a little bit steep for us right now. We are going to think about it, though.
Come on. Let's go.
Okay.
You aren't being very cordial to me today, Larry Joe. Is that deliberate?
Maybe.
Well, why? What have I done?
I don't like some of the things you said to me in the park yesterday. You know, when you found me there with Heather.
Oh, Larry Joe, I was just teasing.
Hey, Susan, maybe you were or maybe you weren't, but I didn't like it because it upset Heather. Now, you want to be my friend? You be nice to her also.
What's happened to your sense of humor, Larry Joe? You used to have a terrific sense of humor. I mean, I know Heather's is almost non-existent, but come on.
Susan, I love a good laugh as much as the next person, but not at the expense of somebody else. Then it's just mean.
You're a dying breed, Larry Joe. They don't make them like you anymore.
Joe Kelly. Now, this is the third time he's been in here today.
Hello there.
Hi, Mr. Kelly.
Tell me, is there any chance of getting a cup of coffee around here?
Another one?
Well, you make the best coffee in town there, Joe. I just can't seem to get enough of it.
It's okay for me.
So tell me, did you see this man that made the phone call in here the other day, the hot day, the one that was wearing the overcoat and the hat?
No, I didn't. But then again, it's like I told you before. I didn't see his face. So I wouldn't recognize him if I saw him again.
That's right. So you did. So how are things with you, Miss Moore?
Susan, they're just fine, thank you. Oh, I think you should know. I went to see Peter Taylor this morning and cleared the air completely.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I convinced him that I had nothing to do with those phone calls. Also, I think I know who put the idea in your head in the first place, and I had a few words with that party, too.
Well, you've got to remember, Susan, that in my business, you're a suspect until you're proven innocent.
Think I'll ever catch him?
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it.
But how can you expect to catch somebody who makes threats over the telephone and never shows himself out in public?
Yeah, even so, I have my ways.
How?
Well, you wouldn't want me to give away a trade secret now, would you?
Oh, no. Just curious.
Well, you just set little traps here and there, and then it helps a great amount to have a little bit of luck on your side. Like yesterday, for instance, this clown, whoever he is, walked right into a trap that I had really nothing to do with.
Really? Well, who said it then?
Well, it was Peter Taylor's idea, as a matter of fact. And it was a darn good idea at that.
What?
Well, this guy calls the hospital asking for Diana, but Dr. Taylor had talked to Mrs. Brewer and asked her to impersonate Diana. So she says hello, hands him the receiver real quick, and he gets to hear her voice, or to hear this caller's voice very clearly on the phone.
Well, was that helpful?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in this instance, it really was. Because he picked up something in the vocal quality that he thinks he recognized.
Well, that's terrific. Then you really are in the right track.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're getting there, slowly but surely. But these things usually do take time. Plus, I've set a couple of traps here or there. We're going to nail this guy. Soon.
Your job sounds so fascinating.
Well, it is sometimes, but sometimes it's awful dull, too.
Doesn't sound dull to me.
Look, you guys, I've got to get going. I don't want to rush you off. Can I get you anything else?
Not for me, thanks.
No, this is fine.
You can put 35 cents down on the counter, Miss Scotty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here,
let me make some deliveries.
35.
Thank you.
Want strawberry?
I'll see you later, Susan.
Bye, Larry Joe.
Yeah, I better get going to get back to work.
You haven't finished your coffee.
I couldn't look at another cup of coffee. Besides, my clients don't pay me to sit around and drink coffee. They pay me for results.
Oh, before you go, do you mind terribly telling me if I'm still on your list of suspects?
Susan, until the person or persons responsible for these phone calls is caught, everybody's a suspect. Bye.
Bye.
Hello there.
Hi, Dory.
Hello, Dory.
You both look bright and chipper.
Well, we're trying our best. You are coming to the wedding, aren't you?
I hope so, if I don't have to work. I hear it's going to be something very, very special.
Well, actually, we were trying to keep it very simple, but even when things get out of hand.
I know. Oh, incidentally, Bobby Spencer was just thrilled to be invited.
Yeah, well, she seemed to be.
I guess you both know today is her first official day on duty. Being a fully fledged nurse is just about all she can talk about. That and coming to your wedding.
Well, we both hope that she'll be able to make it.
Hey, listen, speaking of that, I have got about 1,001 errands to do today, so I better go.
Okay, then will I talk to you again?
I'll call you over at your house. Okay?
Take it easy. I'll
Okay.
miss you until I see you.
I'll miss you. Goodbye.
Bye. I'll see you later, Dory.
Bye.
Is my last mention there yet? Who? Laura Weber's waiting for me? All right, well, send her right in and then call me when my patient gets here, okay? Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Taylor.
Hi, Laura. Well, this is a nice surprise.
Oh, well, I owe it to you, I think, since I gave you such a bad one yesterday. I came to apologize to you for not making my appointment with you yesterday afternoon. I don't know what to say, because it just went right out of my head.
Well, I understand you've been pretty busy these past few days.
I certainly have, but that still is no excuse. I really am very sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I'll be glad to schedule another appointment for you after you get back from your honeymoon in California.
How did you know about that?
Gail told me about it.
Oh. Dr. Taylor, I really appreciate everything you've done to help me, but I don't think I'm going to be taking any more sessions anymore now that the court has dropped the charges against me and all the restrictions that go along with it.
I see. You feel confident that you can handle your problems on your own?
Well, I don't think I'm going to have any problems from now on, not after I'm married to Scotty.
Well, that's very romantic, but rather unrealistic, don't you think?
No? Why?
Well, because problems just don't stop because you're married to someone you love very much. Now, Diane and I love each other, but we still have problems. Some big, some small, but still problems. And I know you're aware of the problems your parents have had. We've discussed them.
Yes, but those are all over now, too. No. Now, I'm going to be fine from now on, Dr. Taylor.
Well, I hope you are, Laura.
Anyway, I just came by to tell you how much I appreciated all the help you've given me. And also, I really would love it if you and Diana could be there for my wedding.
Well, we're trying to arrange for a babysitter so we can.
Oh, good. It's going to be very simple, but I think it's going to be beautiful. And I'd love to have you both there.
Well, we'll try, I promise. My very best to you, Laura.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor.
If you should ever need me, I'll always be here.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. That's really very nice of you. But I don't think I will.